Hello, trading is closed on the 4th of June 2020. We'll go over our calls. Look for the pattern with the early high. This is it. Tomorrow also has the early high. There are a number of ways in which this usually resolves. Either you rally with a high into the close, or you drop in a straight line. I don't consider this dropping in a straight line. It's overlapping. And this isn't really, I don't think, impulsive enough. Certainly didn't rally into the close. Neither of those things happen. Now, tomorrow's open can substitute for today's close. And I'm expecting to see either a straight line drop or a rally and prompt move over this high. And we'll go over directions in a minute. Here's what we said. Lower target, that hit. Timing elements for a possible top, but not convinced the high of the legs in. This was our target. It isn't only a target, it's a support resistance area. And here you can see, here's resistance. I mean, just can't get nicer than that. And we gapped down, hit lower lows, and closed over all of them. It's positive if that doesn't fall early. During the day, MEJT said, now here, and I didn't write it, but when you were rallying like this, there's an optional target to print under this line here. And that happened. Here it said, ultimately lower price it would print. We got the minimum. You almost always get more. This drop was said to be false, would retrace. The rally was said to be false, would retrace. Now, I didn't draw these lines perfectly yesterday, but if you connect this high and this high, you get this. You connect this low and this low, you get there. And we see what you often get, which is a drop right where these trend lines meet, and that's support. Now, support doesn't have to hold. There's an employment report tomorrow. It's hard to predict what'll happen when support comes out, when the report comes out. But right now, all we have is an overlapping corrective drop into a clear support level, which couldn't even hold the close under these lows. So we're in a bull phase, even though I think it's a bear market rally, it's a bull phase. There just isn't enough at this time to say that the bull phase is ended. Now, if we start moving down, you can explain it. But that doesn't mean you have to risk money on it until you have more confidence than we have now. There's also, if you look back every 32 calendar days, you'll see how these times repeat. And there is a time where with a straight line move down, there's a time when the move starts, and it didn't happen here. So I'm not expecting the straight line drop, but that doesn't mean I'm willing to risk money on it, because as I say, employment reports I don't find very predictable. Friday's pattern has the early high, doesn't mean you won't gap down. We have mixed signals. We got neither the rally into the close nor the straight line drop. Should be rectified at tomorrow's open by having one or the other. It's very difficult to predict the direction. I am always flat going into the employment report. We'll just say it's negative, we didn't rally into the close. It's positive the day-long drop couldn't manage a close under the day's lows. Drop was overlapping. It didn't drop at the right times for the straight line drop. So I think we'll go up, but it certainly is not reliable for me personally. It's not reliable enough for me personally to risk any money on it. And if I am wrong on this, it's not going to cost me. And if I'm right, and it goes up without me, I don't care. So tomorrow's pattern has the early high. Look for a gap and a sharp move outside of the day's range. So far, this is a correction in a market that's rallying. If the rally continues, we have resistance at and over 31.3679. If we do drop here, we can explain it after the fact, and we can count the leg as being completed. But certainly when it's completed, it would have been more convincing if we had more of an impulsive drop than we saw today. Early high tomorrow, and that's today's call.